Hello, and welcome to Simple English Talk. Today, we are exploring the incredible story of Albert Einstein, a man whose curiosity and imagination changed the world. In this video, you will not only hear his journey, but also practice your English listening skills through a story that is inspiring, emotional, and full of life lessons. Pay attention to the words, sentences, and ideas as we go along. Remember, learning English is about patience, curiosity, and imagination. Make sure to follow our channel and join our growing community of learners who improve English through stories, motivation, and reflection. Albert Einstein was not born with fame or recognition. As a child, he was quiet and thoughtful, often lost in his own thoughts while the world moved around him. Speaking did not come easily, and there were long pauses when he tried to form words, which sometimes caused concern among his family and teachers. They wondered if he was slow, if he would ever catch up with the other children, or if his mind simply worked differently from theirs. But beneath these challenges, something remarkable was quietly developing. His curiosity, subtle yet persistent, became the lens through which he viewed everything. He observed the movement of a boat on a lake, the swing of a pendulum, the flow of light through a window, and each small moment seemed full of questions that no one else paused to ask. From an early age, Einstein understood the value of silence. While others spoke and rushed to answers, he waited, watched, and reflected. This patience allowed him to notice the details that others overlooked. A teacher might have seen only a child struggling, but Einstein saw a world of possibilities in the motion of leaves, the rhythm of footsteps, and the patterns of clouds. He asked questions that seemed simple. Why does a magnet attract metal? How does light move so fast? Yet these questions were profound, and they planted seeds that would grow into ideas that changed the world. In learning English, you can take inspiration from this quiet curiosity. The first words you hear, the first sentences you repeat, the first moments of hesitation when speaking, these are not failures. They are the beginnings of something deeper. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, is like a spark in the quiet corners of your mind. It starts small, almost unnoticed, but with attention and care, it grows. Einstein's early experiences teach us that learning is not about speed, recognition, or immediate success. It is about presence, observation, and patience. Notice the sounds around you. Listen to conversations, the rhythm of speech, and the meaning behind words. Wonder about the way language works, how sentences connect, how ideas are expressed. Allow your curiosity to guide you without judgment or pressure. The path of learning, whether in English or life, often begins with small, humble steps. These steps are sometimes slow, sometimes uncertain, but they are meaningful. Albert Einstein's early years remind us that greatness begins quietly, in moments of wonder and reflection. The spark of curiosity, once nurtured, has the power to illuminate vast worlds of knowledge. Just as he allowed himself to wonder deeply about the world, you can allow yourself to explore every word, every sound, and every meaning with care. Let your curiosity be patient, gentle, and persistent. It is in this quiet observation and mindful attention that real understanding begins to grow. Life did not make it easy for young Albert Einstein, and the world around him often failed to recognize the depth of his thinking. In school, he faced teachers who valued memorization over curiosity, repetition over exploration. They saw a boy who asked too many questions, who challenged the norms of the classroom, and who did not always follow instructions. Some labeled him slow, while others thought he was rebellious. These judgments could have discouraged him, yet he chose a different path. He learned to observe silently, to reflect on the patterns and ideas that others overlooked, and to trust his own mind. Struggle became a companion, not an enemy, teaching him lessons that no classroom could provide. Einstein's challenges were not only academic, they were deeply personal. He often felt misunderstood, as if the world expected him to fit a mold that did not suit him. Yet in those moments of isolation and doubt, he discovered resilience. Every difficulty he encountered became an opportunity to grow stronger, to think differently, to imagine freely. This same principle applies when learning a new language. You may stumble over pronunciation, forget a word, or pause mid-sentence, feeling as though progress is slow. These moments are not failures. They are part of the process. Each mistake is a step forward, each hesitation a chance to understand more deeply. The key to navigating challenges lies in perspective. Einstein did not see obstacles as barriers. He saw them as invitations to learn, to question, and to explore. When English feels difficult, when grammar seems confusing, when speaking seems intimidating, remember that every challenge is shaping your ability to communicate. Patience, persistence, and a willingness to embrace discomfort are essential. Every time you push through frustration, you strengthen your confidence and your skill. You begin to realize that learning is not linear. It is a journey of small victories, hidden progress, and quiet triumphs. Einstein's example also teaches us the power of individuality. Your struggles are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are forging your own path, just as he did. Embrace the moments that feel uncomfortable. Learn from them, grow from them, and let them guide you toward mastery. In life and in language, the process of overcoming challenges shapes not only what you know, but who you become. Keep moving forward even when the path seems unclear. Trust the small steps, the repeated efforts, and the persistence that builds quietly over time. Just as Einstein did not abandon his ideas when others doubted him, do not abandon your voice when obstacles arise. Each challenge is a teacher, and each struggle is a chance to rise higher, to understand more deeply, and to grow into your potential. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge, a statement that reflects the essence of his extraordinary mind. Knowledge can be taught, memorized, and repeated, but imagination allows us to explore beyond the limits of what we know, to see possibilities that others cannot yet perceive. Even as a child, Einstein's imagination was vivid and constant. He did not merely accept the world as it appeared, he envisioned it differently. In quiet moments, he pictured himself riding alongside beams of light, feeling their speed and direction as if he could touch the very movement of the universe. These visions were not fantasies without purpose. They were the seeds of understanding, of theories that would later transform science. Imagination, for him, was an active force, guiding his thoughts toward discovery and insight. Learning English can be approached in a similar way. Words, sentences, and stories are not merely rules to follow or vocabulary to memorize. They are the keys to new worlds. When you allow yourself to imagine, to create mental images from words, the language becomes alive. Picture yourself walking through a bustling market in London, asking for directions, hearing the laughter of strangers, or reading a story and seeing the scenes play vividly in your mind. These exercises are not idle play. They strengthen neural connections, enhancing memory, comprehension, and confidence. Imagination transforms learning from a chore into an adventure, making each word meaningful and each sentence an experience rather than a task. Einstein's vision reminds us that creativity fuels understanding. To truly grasp language, one must go beyond repetition and rules. Experiment with new expressions, invent dialogues, and play with ideas. Imagine conversations with friends, debates on topics you love, or narrating a story aloud in English. Your mind learns to connect sounds, meanings, and emotions in ways that rigid memorization cannot achieve. Through this imaginative engagement, learning becomes natural and fluid, and the language begins to belong to you. The power of imagination also gives courage to explore without fear. Einstein dared to ask questions that challenged established beliefs because he could see alternative possibilities. In learning English, you too can allow yourself the freedom to make mistakes, to explore new phrases, and to speak boldly. Each time you imagine, you expand your capacity to understand, to express, and to create. Ultimately, imagination is a bridge between what exists and what can be discovered. Just as Einstein's visions of light and the universe opened pathways to new knowledge, your imagination can open doors to mastery of English. Embrace curiosity, play with ideas, and allow your mind to wander in creative ways. In this freedom, the language becomes a living tool, ready to carry you wherever you wish to go, connecting thoughts, feelings, and experiences across words and worlds. Einstein's journey through life was a series of discoveries, some grand and others quiet, yet each contributed to the remarkable understanding he achieved. He did not wake up one morning with complete theories. The universe revealed itself to him gradually, through years of patient observation and relentless questioning. In his mind, problems were not obstacles, but puzzles waiting to be solved. He would return to the same question repeatedly, examining it from different angles, exploring alternatives, and allowing his thoughts to wander freely. Even apparent mistakes were valuable. Each miscalculation, each failed experiment, carried the seeds of insight. He learned to see errors not as failures, but as signposts guiding him toward deeper truths. This approach mirrors the journey of learning English. Progress is rarely sudden. At first, the words may feel foreign, sentences may tangle in your mind, and comprehension may seem elusive. Yet every effort to speak, listen, or read strengthens your understanding. The first time you correctly use a new word in conversation or understand a complex sentence, it is a breakthrough. These small moments accumulate, forming the foundation for fluency. Like Einstein with his equations, you must treat each challenge as part of the larger process, trusting that clarity will emerge from persistence. Each sentence mastered, each idea expressed, is proof of growth and determination. Einstein's discoveries were also born from reflection. He often retreated into thought, considering scenarios that might seem impossible or irrelevant to others. He imagined riding light waves, traveling with moving clocks, and observing the universe from new perspectives. These contemplative moments were essential. They allowed connections to form between seemingly unrelated ideas, creating insights that transformed science. In language learning, reflection works in a similar way. After a conversation, after reading a passage, or after listening to a story, take a moment to consider what you understood, where you hesitated, and how words connect. These moments of contemplation strengthen comprehension and memory, turning scattered knowledge into integrated understanding. Breakthroughs are also deeply rewarding because they validate effort. Every time Einstein reached a new understanding, he felt the exhilaration of discovery. You can experience the same joy when learning English. Each time you notice a pattern in grammar, recall vocabulary correctly, or express a thought clearly, it is a triumph. Celebrate these victories, no matter how small. They are proof that your dedication, attention, and persistence are effective. They show that the journey, though gradual, leads to growth, mastery, and confidence. Ultimately, discovery is not a single event but a series of moments that build upon each other. Patience, curiosity, reflection, and persistence transform effort into achievement. By embracing small breakthroughs, you can navigate the learning process with excitement and purpose. just as Einstein navigated the mysteries of the universe. Albert Einstein's life offers a powerful lesson about the nature of greatness. He was not perfect, nor was he always understood. His brilliance was not a gift handed down effortlessly, but the result of relentless curiosity, unwavering perseverance, and a deep passion for learning. From a child who struggled with words to a mind that reshaped the understanding of space, time, and reality itself, his journey illustrates that success emerges from patience and dedication rather than innate talent alone. Every question he asked, every theory he pursued, and every risk he took in thinking differently contributed to a legacy that continues to inspire generations. Einstein's story also teaches that the mind itself is a universe waiting to be explored. He showed humanity that understanding is not limited to facts or memorized knowledge, but comes from imagination, reflection, and the courage to challenge assumptions. In learning English, you are embarking on a similar journey of exploration. Every sentence you speak, every conversation you follow, every story you read or listen to is a step into a wider world. Your effort to learn, even when progress feels slow or invisible, is shaping your voice and expanding your ability to connect with ideas, people, and opportunities that once seemed distant or unattainable. The beauty of this process lies in persistence. Einstein faced failures, misunderstandings, and moments of doubt, yet he continued to ask questions, test ideas, and push boundaries. Likewise, the path of learning a language requires patience and determination. There will be times when words escape you, when sentences feel tangled, or when listening seems impossible. In those moments, remember that every small effort matters. Each new word, each clear thought, each successful expression in English builds upon the last, creating a foundation that will support your growth and confidence over time. Einstein's legacy is also emotional, not just intellectual. His life demonstrates that passion for knowledge transforms the individual and the world. In learning English, your dedication has the same potential to open doors, not only to communication, but to understanding, personal growth, and connection. The effort you invest today will ripple into future opportunities, allowing you to engage more deeply with stories, ideas, and people across cultures. Every moment of learning is a meaningful contribution to your own story, just as Einstein's curiosity became a contribution to humanity. Ultimately, greatness is shaped by persistence, curiosity, and the willingness to act upon your love for learning. Just as Einstein changed the world through his ideas, your dedication to English can transform your life, opening pathways to knowledge, understanding, and meaningful communication. Keep listening, keep practicing, and embrace the journey. Each effort matters. Each word carries purpose. Each step brings you closer to the voice and the potential that exist within you, waiting to shine. Thank you for watching this story about Albert Einstein. I hope it inspired you to keep learning, stay curious, and never give up, whether in life or in English. Remember, every word you listen to, every sentence you practice, brings you closer to mastery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Simple English Talk for more stories, motivational lessons, and English practice. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep discovering. Your journey has only just begun. See you in the next video.